Welcome to another Mar-Kov video tutorial. Today we're discussing batching versus packaging orders. In our agenda, what are batching and packaging orders? What is a batching order or execution? What is a packaging order or execution? We'll also discuss what the differences are between the two and when you should use each of them, along with some examples. What are batching and packaging orders? They're both manufacturing orders that lead to their respective execution steps. These are used to create a plan of when to manufacture a particular item. They're also used to track ingredient quantities and to record yielded product. They are both used to establish traceability records and recalls. You can use them to present the operator with processing instructions, and they both record and track equipment usage on the order. What is a batching execution? This allows you to create either intermediate materials or finished goods. The raw materials go into an equipment or a vessel, is later processed, and is transformed into another material. This may be done in several phases. A packaging execution is similar as discussed before. It also allows you to create either intermediate materials or finished goods. Packaging execution is used to execute a continuous manufacturing process, including packaging, and we'll get more into that later. The materials go in at once or in intervals, and later get processed. The product may be released at once or in intervals, and the product may be a finished good or be used in further packaging orders. Next, we'll look at the differences between batching and packaging. For batching, you can set the weighment values for consistency and compliance. In packaging, there's much greater degree of flexibility in weighments. In batching, there's one round of material inputs in and one round of intermediates or finished goods out. Packaging is used for orders that require a regular material input and can have a regular output of intermediates or finished goods. Batching is ideal for rigorously planned orders with set input and output values, while packaging is ideal for orders that require flexibility in input and output values. Batching is a process with sequential steps, whereas packaging, the core of the process is repeated multiple times, even though the setup and the teardown may include sequential steps. In batching, ingredient quantities are confirmed as they are used. For example, they are weighed, measured, or counted to a required amount. In packaging, ingredient quantities are confirmed by back calculating from the yielded amount along with scrap and the return to scrap variance. Let's discuss some examples. Here are some notable examples for batch execution. Usually, batch execution is used for mixing or blending liquids and powders, when you want to process each blend as a separate order. Typically, the bulk manufacturing process of a powder or liquid mixing manufacturer is done through batching execution. The output of this process would probably be packaged afterwards. Some more concrete examples could include making soup, where water, vegetables, and seasonings go in, and soup comes out. Could be blending paint, where water, pigments, and thickeners go in, and mixed bulk paint come out. This can also be used in pharmaceuticals, where the precise amounts for each component are put in, and the bulk mixed component are outputted. Now let's discuss package execution examples. Package execution applies to any packaging process, putting a product in cases, cans, or bottles. It's also useful for encapsulation or tableting, meat packaging, and it can be useful for mixing or blending if you don't need to record the actual consumed quantities, or you don't need separate traceability records for each blend, but only for a run of multiple blends together. Some examples include the bottling line, where bought soda, empty bottles, caps, and labels go in, and filled soda bottles come out. Package execution could also be used for many small similar batches in succession, such as making sausages from the ground meat, or seasoning using a small container. It could also be used for many small mixes of ice cream executed back to back, where each mix is considered a single lot, following standard quantities. To review, today we discussed what batching and packaging orders are, how they work in execution, the differences between the two kinds of manufacturing processes, when you should use each of them, and some common examples. Thank you, and see you in the next Mar-Kov video.